Nobody tells you how to make friends. And if you're anything like me, you're probably making some mistakes that are pushing people away. So today, I want to go over my top 3 tips for things that you can stop doing that'll help you make more friends and build your dream social life. Tip number 1, stop waiting for invites. This is the single most important piece of advice I can give you. We all want someone to show up at our doorstep and bring us an amazing invitation, to take us into town, out to a party, or to some grand adventure. But the reality of the situation is, if these people aren't already showing up on our doorstep, they're probably not going to show up anytime soon. And if we keep waiting for these invitations to show up, we might be waiting forever. So we need to reframe how we think about creating social interactions. Instead of waiting for them to happen to us, we need to switch to an initiator's mindset. I call this stopping being a social waiter and becoming a social creator. And by doing this, we're going to be able to not just wait for some random social life to happen to us, but actually create the social life of our dreams that we want for ourselves. And this doesn't have to be that hard. Of course, it's going to take some effort to become an initiator. You're going to have to invite people to things. You're going to need to do something worth inviting someone to. But I'm sure you're already doing these things in your everyday life. You're probably already going to the movies, going out to eat, going for walks, going on small day trips, things like that. Instead of doing those things alone, just see if you can bring someone along with you. Just see if you can add that little bit of social element to your daily life. Making these small changes, invite people into your daily routine, allows you to add more social time in your life without actually changing your schedule up that much. And it can be very handy for making your everyday interactions feel so much more wholesome and social. Tip number 2, having too many filters. We all have this idea in our head of what our ideal friend looks like. And that person might look like us, might sound like us, they might play the same video games or have the same niche interests. But there's good filters and there's bad filters. And all of those that I just described are bad filters. Obviously, it's great if we find people who are very similar to us, but really, we shouldn't be restricting ourselves to such a small definition of compatibility. Instead, we should try to be friends with as many people as possible, because often your most unexpectedly good friends are going to be the people who seem really dissimilar to you. And there's actually some science to back this up. There's a lot of power in making friends with who scientists and mathematicians might call weakly connected links. And basically this means that the people who we have the fewest connections with actually provide the most impact into our lives. By meeting people who are dissimilar to you, who have different groups of mutual friends or different musical interests, whatever, they will unlock new worlds for you. Imagine knowing 5 NBA players. It's probably really great. You probably get access to a lot of really interesting basketball conversation and potentially get to go to games and things like that. But imagine instead of having 5 NBA players as friends, you had one Hollywood film director, one Michelin star chef, one top tier musician, and one friend who had the same interest in this really obscure anime you like. Obviously, that second friend group is going to give you access to so many different worlds than you get if you were just friends with the same type of people. And so this is what we are looking for. We don't want to have filters that are precluding us from who we could be friends with. Now, there are some good filters. For example, is this person kind? Is this person generous? Do you share a core value? Do they believe in the importance of family? Like, these are strong, good qualities to filter out on. The things that you don't want are, what type of music do they like? What do they do for fun? What age are they? What gender are they? These are all things that by expanding our social circle and who we think could be our friends will allow you to meet so many more people and will allow you to have so much more interesting friendships that you don't expect. Tip number 3, stop making it about you. When it comes to friendship, people don't care how impressive or cool you are. They care about what you can do for them. And I don't necessarily mean this in a selfish way. I think people just genuinely want to be around others that make them feel good about themselves, that make them feel like their day is improving, and not that spending time with you is sucking their energy or that you're trying to get something from one. It's like trying to be friends with a person who is a door-to-door salesman. you're never going to be able to trust them because you're always going to feel like they want something from you. They're trying to sell to you. So no matter how much the door-to-door salesman tells me, I look amazing and I'm so cool, I'm never really going to believe them and trust them because I know they have a selfish motive. The way around this is to change your mindset. Instead of approaching friendship from a lens of what can I get out of this situation, think about it from the lens of what can I give? How can I be a better friend? And by making this mindset switch, you will unlock so many new possibilities. People will want to be around you because whenever they're around you, they get something out of their interaction. Their day gets a little brighter. They smile when they would not have normally. And by being this light in other people's lives, people will want to be around you. They want to be around people who make them feel good. So just be a person who makes other people feel good, and do that without expectation of getting anything in return. And this is, I think, one of the most amazing things about friendship is that by putting this positive energy, by putting this friendship karma out in the world, it's going to be reflected back to you. And not necessarily in ways that you expect. If you just do good things for people, people will want to reciprocate. You're not going to be able to predict how, you're not going to be able to predict exactly who, but you can just trust that if you give and you do good and you put positive energy in the world, you will be returned it tenfold. Let's say you want to make a few more friends because you're feeling lonely. So you approach someone and you say, hey, I'm really lonely. Will you be my friend? It feels a bit weird because you're not presenting yourself as a peer. Instead of saying, here's what I can add to our friendship, you are immediately asking for somebody to give something to you. You are asking them to fulfill yourself, to make you whole. And nobody wants to be friends with a project. They want to be friends with peers. They want to be friends with people who add to their life. And by approaching out of this void where you don't feel like you have something to give and you need to take, you're ruining any chance you have of building a solid relationship. And that's it. Those are my 3 tips of things to stop doing. This is my first video on the channel, and I am just so excited and overflowing with ideas for how to help you make friends. So if you're interested in meeting new people, leveling up your existing relationships, and building the kind of best friend relationships that will last for a lifetime, then you definitely need to subscribe and check out all of the actionable advice and tutorials that I'm going to have over the coming months. And thank you so much for watching.